Hey guys, welcome back. Today's the day. We're getting ready to tear this fence down for our garden expansion. So I got some help out here with me today. Right now we're gonna grab these needle nose pliers and start taking the clips off this fence and wrap this fence up so we can get a little bit closer to the garden, and we're gonna blend this whole area in. So we're wanting to expand our garden this year, and I have a friend of mine that has a tractor with a nice little tiller on it, and he offered to come over and give us a hand tilling up our new spot for our new garden expansion. So let's get these clips off and get this fence down. That's most of the fence down. Now I just have to go down here at this very end of the garden, knock out this little corner quick, and I'm gonna come by and pull up these T-posts quick, and then we are gonna get this garden expansion tilled up. I'm telling you.
Right there, you took my breath away. Young and pretty, was it just a dream? The next day, you called me up. You told me I'm your little buttercup. You came over and you fell into my arms. Well, I know what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I get down or when I get blue, I can't.
All right, Candace, why don't you tell all the folks why you're doing what you're doing, why we're doing all this.
You haven't told them yet?
I haven't.
Wow. We are expanding our garden. We're expanding it out, probably at least double what it is now.
We better get these leaves raked up quick, because we got a tractoring on our way here real quick. I think that's our last load of leaves here. Trying to get rid of some of the stuff, clean up the yard. Looking pretty good. It's finally nice enough to do stuff like this. Mind you, last week it was snowing. I know all this looks like a hot mess right now, but it's gonna get worse before it gets better. But it's gonna be so much better once we get this the way we want, tilled up, expanded. You guys are gonna dig it. Alright guys, we're on our way to go get some compost for our garden. We are going to spread some compost over our newly expanded garden that we're so excited for. So we're just rolling into town here quick. Going to pick up some of that nice black gold compost and get back home and start spreading. good with that. All right, guys, we're back out here at the garden and just kind of surveying the damage from last night of all the tilling that we got done. And that was a super awesome job. I want to thank Roscoe and Tonya for coming over and helping me with this, because if I had to do this with a hand tiller, it would have took me days. And we actually knocked it out in about, I would say, a half hour. We were done. So in saying that, we are roughly doubling the size of our garden. So we went from, I want to say, right about 18 feet is what the width of our garden was before. And I just staked it off here. And right here at this post, that's 40 feet. So we're going from a 18-foot wide garden to a 40-foot wide garden. We're still 100 feet long, so we're 40 by 100 instead of 40 by, or 18, I'm sorry, instead of 18 by 100. So that's gonna be a big plus for us this year. We won't have to plant so densely like we did last year. Okay, the plan now is I got a truckload of compost. You guys just see me come back from town getting that. But I need to get this fence up. So I'm gonna start, if you can see down there, I've got a few posts just kind of stuffed in the ground quick where I think I wanna put my fence. And I'm gonna start setting posts here, and then got a lot of pounding to do. So the old fence post pounder is gonna be working hard today. Also the plan, we have to get this fence up before I can start making beds, because we got to keep the chickens out of the garden, and that's gonna be huge. We have to do that. We can't start planting anything until we get our fence up. And we've got today to do this, because about 10 o'clock tonight it's gonna start raining, and we need to get as much done today as possible. If we have to, I will shovel the compost out of the back of the truck into a pile and we'll tarp it. That's the best I'll have to come up with. I was really hoping we'd get far enough today that I could start making beds, but we'll see. So, all right guys, follow along. You guys, this is gonna be a whole new endeavor for us here. So if you guys wanna see a couple ordinary people try to start something from scratch, this is it right here. This is from the ground up. We're breaking sod. We've got seed starts inside. That's it. So you guys, if you like this kind of content, follow along, give me a thumbs up, throw some comments down below, some words of encouragement. We always appreciate that, and we like to interact with you guys as well. Any pros and cons of doing what we're doing, and also maybe some tips and tricks. If you got any of those, I'll take them. All right guys, let's get working on this fence. I've done it yet again. I have changed my mind mid-project. Oh well. This is the time to do this stuff though. So I want to show you guys kind of what I'm thinking here. I want basically a walkway all the way around the perimeter here. And which I am getting, and I'm extending this garden quite a bit. But I don't know if you can see all the way down there. I have my fence post pounder. If I set up 3 feet off the side where it's not tilled, I don't care if my walkway is tilled, because I'm not going to till it anyways, right? But I can actually use the 40-foot worth of space here in the garden for growing rather than walking and cart areas and stuff like that. So I'm actually Gonna make this thing about 43 feet. So it's gonna get a little bit bigger, but gives me extra room. I can get around everything. We're gonna have, all these are gonna be beds in here, just like this. And it gives me a walkway all the way around the outside. Gives me 2 gates. It gives me walkways down each aisle. I really wish this was a 50-foot long, but I really can't do it because I do need to have access in the driveway and to get up and around the barn. So, well, 40 foot's gonna be a lot bigger, and I'm gonna kick myself if I don't do this now. If I don't come out here that extra few feet, you know, by June or July, I'm gonna be like, man, I really wish I extended that garden out another 3 feet and I could have had that much more growing space, or I could have had a really cool walkway all the way around. So we're gonna do that now. And the other thing too is I'm gonna move both the raised beds that we got over here that we installed last year, new. Yeah, I know they've only been in here a year, but now's the time. So I want a good walkway right through here to that gate as well. I want to be able to pull a cart, and it's just a little bit tight. So we're gonna move these guys. I don't know exactly where yet, but okay, time to stop talking and start pounding. So I'm gonna start setting these posts. I'm gonna set my corners and my back line, and go from there, start filling in. So all right guys, why don't you listen to this cool post pounding music while I do all the work you get to watch. We may have a small fencing issue in the form of not enough. Well, might be one more trip to town. We'll see. We'll stretch it out as far as we can. Well, I'm out here with the chickens. Apparently they're kind of digging all the fresh scratch to get into, so I'm gonna attempt to put up some of our clips here on this fence by myself. Candace ran into town, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna give it a shot here on a couple of these, and otherwise might have to wait for her to get back so I have a little bit of help pulling this fence, but we'll give her a shot. All right guys, we got our fence done. I had just enough scrap pieces to piece this whole fence together, so now we need to put the top fence on. This is, I'm gonna read it for you here, and I'll make sure to link this stuff down in the description for you guys. This is a Virgo sturdy stake. I picked them up at Home Depot. This is what we do. So I take it, I just kind of stuff this guy in there and something like that, and just kind of stuff them all the way down. We'll stuff them down a foot or two here, and then it sticks up in the air. And then we take our deer netting, Vigoro deer netting. It's 7 foot by 100 foot, and it is actually folded in half. So what I do is I take the end that's folded in half and I just cut it. So I'll just cut this right here, and it actually gives me 2 pieces that's roughly 3.5 feet tall. That's so then I'll have 200 feet. So, and then I'll put this, all I do is zip tie this to these stakes, all the way down, all the way around. And it gives me actually about a 7 foot or 7.5 foot fence all the way around here. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go get some zip ties, and we're gonna start putting this top deer netting up, top fence. We do have rain coming, and I still have this whole truck bed full of compost that I need to shovel out by hand before the rain comes. So we'll get there. We're doing it. We still got plenty of time here yet this afternoon. Candace just got home, and she's gonna give me a hand now. So let's get putting this fence up. All right, guys, we got our top fence up here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but yeah, there you go. So we got that all the way up, all the way around, and now it starts raining on us. So I still have this load of compost right here, and I need to get it out of my truck. So we're gonna start shoveling this guy out real quick. I'm gonna back right up here. I got one clip on this fence. I'm gonna peel this fence back, and we're gonna put it right here in the corner of the garden, and then we'll just put a tarp on it for today. And then when we start making beds, I gotta see what the weather's doing. It looks like it might be raining the next day or two, so we might have to wait till next week, during the week, to make some beds. We got our compost unloaded here. It's still raining, so you guys keep checking back and see how this garden's going. We're gonna do a lot of videos on this guy this year, so stay tuned and check out some of these other videos that we've posted from last year's garden. We'll catch you on the next one.